Hi guys! Welcome back. So this video about our 5th class of comparative diets is really quite simple. We've been looking at a lot of different diets of our time, like Paleo, Atkins, South Beach. We looked at one called Pritkin, another one called Ornish, and most of these are formulated by doctors of something or another, but they all have doctor in front of their name, and they're all very intelligent and very smart, and they all tout this idea that this is the way to lose weight. This is the healthy way. But the thing is, guys, we're all really different. Some people, so if you're someone who metabolizes protein and fats really fast, what we call a fast oxidizer, then something like the paleo diet, or, Atkins, don't even go there, or the South Beach diet, those are going to be really good for you. But people who are slow oxidizers, who just metabolize proteins and fats slower, the paleo diet is probably not going to be a great diet for you. You're going to want to do something. You're going to want to follow a diet that focuses more on healthy whole grains. And there are a lot of whole grains that are really easy to digest. And for those people that have a hard time digesting certain grains, but they haven't been diagnosed, like particularly celiac, I don't mean celiac in quotations, celiac is a real thing, who've been diagnosed celiac or diagnosed with a gluten insensitivity, if you just kind of feel grains, I don't know, then try soaking them before you cook them. Seriously. And when they're boiling, notice that there's a foam that appears on the top. I do that with all of my grains and all of my beans and legumes. I scoop out that foam because that's gas. If you remember from my Ayurveda videos, that's vata that's coming out of the legumes and beans and grains, and they're going to be a lot easier to digest. So I don't really have a great answer for you as to what diet is the diet, because everyone is so different. You've got to know how your body works. And what we've found by looking through all of these diets in class is that these diets basically just tout whole foods. None of them say, there are a few of them that are like, oh, processed foods are fine as long as you're not eating this. And it's just like, that doesn't make sense. But the paleo diet, it's really crazy. There are 7 main rules, and only like 2 of them pertain to meat. Most of it is about not eating processed foods. So all of those bars that say like paleo bar, it's not actually paleo, because technically if you're eating paleo, nothing is processed. Like nothing, not even a ready-made bar that you pick up from the store. I tried paleo for a while, but after reading and like really understanding what paleo was, I wasn't doing it right. I don't know, I gained weight. And I think that's because I do really well on certain grains and lots of vegetables and not so much meat. And fat is a good thing. We need fat. Healthy fats like olive oil, avocados, avocado oil, coconut oil. Be careful with coconut oil if you're a kapha person, if you're someone who is a kapha constitution. Those are the people that are a little more heavy set, bigger, voluptuous features, tendency toward kind of lethargy and maybe depression. The people who are very loving and very warm, and anyways, that's a kapha person. Not the people who are like super flighty and get anxiety really easily. Those are the people that do really well with coconut. I digress. But everyone's totally different, and you've got to do what works for you. And just focusing on healthy, whole foods, lots of vegetables, lots of lightly cooked vegetables. Raw foods are kind of difficult, especially now that we're getting into winter. The weather's getting colder. Raw vegetables may not work for everyone. They might be hard to digest. They might make you really cold. So cooked foods are going to be a lot better. Make your own food. That's all I can say about these diets that I'm learning. We learn about all of them, and it's just like, this makes sense for like a small fraction of the population, and I think it's really silly. And this whole idea of like calorie in, calorie out. Sorry guys, our bodies are a lot smarter than that. You have to cut down like 500 calories for, I forget how many days, like a week or something, like for several days before you can lose 1 pound. And then after not too long, your body starts to realize that you're only feeding it a certain number of calories. And so that becomes the number of calories that it burns. And then you hit a plateau and you're not losing weight anymore. So we can't trick our bodies. We can't just cut 500 calories. We can't just eat a ton of protein and fat and not eat any grains or carbs and starve our bodies of carbohydrates and believe that we're just going to start burning fat. Like, our bodies aren't meant to be in that state. That ketosis state is something that was like, this video is getting really long. This is my rant about diets. Everyone's so different, guys. Pay attention to what feels good for you and eat whole, healthy foods. Thanks for watching.